Welcome to my YouTube channel Modi Mechanical Engineering Tutorials. So today in this video I would like to explaining in details onto the MCQs on milling machines. So first of all, subscribe my channel for the preparation of competitive examinations like GAT, UPSC, GPSC and all kind of government exams. Now we will start with the question number 1. Which of the following machine is superior to other machines as regards accuracy and better surface finish? Option A, lathe machine. Option B, drill machine. Option C, shaper machine. And option D, milling machines. So basically the reason for accuracy and better surface finish, that will be the high degree of requirement by the any machines. So by the application of lathe it will be not possible, by the application of drill it will be also not possible, by the application of shaper it will be also not possible, because after lathe operations you have to performing some kind of super finishing operations like lapping. After drilling operations, that will be performing a rimming operations and you can make the surface finish. For the shaper it will be only making a flat surfaces, not it will be increasing accuracy as well as the better surface finish. And option D, milling machines. So basically milling machines that will be having a higher accuracy as well as better surface finishes. So the right answer is D, milling machine. The next, which type of machining can be done by milling machine? Option A, cutting keyways. Option B, slots and grooves. Option C, gears. Option D, all of the mentions. So by the application of milling machines you can make a cutting keyways as well as slots and grooves, and you can also make a gears with the help of some indexing mechanisms. So all the three A, B and C is possible. So according to this given options, the right answer is option D. So if you want to learn in details of the different kind of milling operations, so you will find a link in my description box. The next, for milling the work is fixed on a table which controls the feed against the cutter. Yes, that will be absolutely right. The work it will be fixed onto the table which controls the feed against the cutter in case of the milling machine. So just you can see, so this is our table of milling machines and this is our horizontal arbor. So on that arbor our multi-point milling cutter is being mounted. So the rotating tool onto the arbor like this. So the workpiece is fed against the rotating milling cutter. So that will be the principle of milling machines. So if you want to learn in details of that particular milling machines and operations, so you will find a link in my description box. So here that will be the option A. The statement is true. The next, the various milling process may be classified in which categories? Option A, 1 category. Option B, 2. Option C, 3. And option D, none of the mentions. So basically milling process that will be up milling and down milling. So basically it will be the two types of categories. So option B. So if you want to learn in details of difference between up milling and down milling process, so you will find a link in my description box. So now we will see the next question. Up milling and down milling are the subtype of which milling process? Option A, peripheral milling. Option B, face milling. Option C, both A and B. and option D, none of the mentions. So basically, up milling and down milling both are the subtype of peripheral milling process. So basically, peripheral cutter is being used for performing up milling and down milling process. So the option A. The next, the thickness of the chip is when the tooth begins its cut in a down milling. Option A, maximum. Option B, minimum. Option C, 0. Option D, can't say anything. So just you can see for the down milling process. So basically, in case of the down milling process, the chip begins with the maximum to the minimum in case of down milling process. So the right answer is maximum at the beginning. So there will be the more questions, like if it will be asked for the up milling process, so that will be the reverse. So if you want to learn in details of down milling and up milling process, so you will find a link in my descriptions. The next question, narrow slots can be milled in which milling process? Option A, up milling process. Option B, down milling process. Option C, can't say anything. And option D, none of the mentions. So basically, for the down milling process, that will be requirement of the less amount of forces. So you can easily cut the materials. So in case of the chips, the maximum chips begins at the initially. So initially that will be the requirement of the large amount of force, and that will be the reducing in manners. So the most preferred method for narrow slots can be milled into the down milling process. So the option B. The next, the knee is adjustable on the column in a horizontal column and knee type of milling machine. Option A, horizontal. Option B, vertical adjustable. Option C, can't say anything. And option D, none of the mentions. So this question is basically related with the construction and working of a horizontal column and knee type of milling machines. So basically, the knee is vertical adjustable onto the column in horizontal and knee type of milling machines. So you can easily adjusting the height of the workpiece with respect to your milling cutters. So that will be always in the vertical adjustable column. So the option B. The next, in this horizontal column and knee type machine, the cutter rotates about which axis? Option A, horizontal. Option B, vertical. Option C, 45 inclined to the both the planes. And option D, none of the mentions. So just we can already discussing into previous questions. So in the horizontal column and knee type of machines, cutter rotates about its horizontal axis. So the option A, horizontal axis. So the work is fed against that rotating cutter, which will be mounted onto the horizontal axis. Then next question, the cutting edge are spaced on the circumference of the cutter. Option A, equally. Option B, unequally. Option C, can't say anything. And option D, none of the mentions. So that will be the construction of milling cutters. So basically, the cutting edge are spaced equally onto the circumference of the cutter. So the option E, that would be the right answer. So if you like this, then subscribe and share more the mechanical engineering tutorials. Thank you so much and keep watching.